Hey everyone, today is Collagen brand review number 13. This brand actually has 3 different types. They are all powdered collagens, but they're a little bit different formulations. So I'm actually going to do all of them today. It's a little bit more. I'm going to try and keep it as short as possible, but here we go. Collagen number 1 is more of a just like plain collagen formula. It only has like 3 ingredients to it. So it is one of those multi-collagens, which, as I've taught you before, that is a company's way of saving money and increasing profit margins because they're using the cheapest forms of collagen instead of getting a really good formula that would cover all of your 28 types of collagen that your body requires. So here we go. It is a multi-collagen. It has bovine collagen, fish collagen. They are using the right form of fish. So they are using a deep sea fish, cod, which is good. But they don't break down how much is coming from what. So they're also using eggshells and chicken collagen as well. So to me, that's just going to be inferior product because they're just cheaping out on the ingredients. They're not all hydrolyzed either, which is important. So instead of getting hydrolyzed forms of collagen in the full thing, what they're doing is they're adding a little enzyme in there to help with the breakdown in the body so your body can actually utilize the collagen. You think that's a good thing and they advertise it as a good thing. But here's the thing. Even with those enzymes, if you don't have great digestion, so maybe you are not producing your enzymes, maybe you are experiencing some low stomach acid. If you have like any sort of heartburn or bloating or anything, you could be potentially experiencing low stomach acid, which means you're not going to be able to break it down even with the enzyme formula in there. So there's some cracks in the formula there. The other ingredient that they have in there, so they have the collagen, they have the enzymes, and then what they have in there is fulvic acid. Fulvic acid is an amazing ingredient. It's absolutely phenomenal. It helps with detoxification. It helps with cellular health. However, the clinical dosage to get any form of results is 100 to 500 milligrams, and they put a whole whopping 10 milligrams in there. That's it. That's it, 10 milligrams, which means it's not going to do anything for you because there's not enough to actually do anything. So they put it in there so they can put fancy marketing words on their website and hope that you don't know the difference between dosages, which most people don't because we're not educated readily on this topic. Thankfully I am here to do this for you. It is a very cheap collagen. It's only 19 cents per 1 gram of collagen. That's because it is the cheapest forms of collagen and there's just no formulation to actually have it do anything. There's also no vitamin C in there, which means it's not going to be able to form into collagen in your body anyways. So it's a completely useless formula in my personal opinion. They also have, so the next formula they have is they call it Joint Health, is Joint Health collagen. It's again the multi blend of collagen, which is going to be inferior. It has 9.5 grams of collagen peptides. Again, not all of the collagen peptides are hydrolyzed, which means your body's not going to be able to turn that into collagen within your body. There is some ingredients of like glucosamine and chondroitin and MSM, and there's some great ingredients in there, but again, they're in such low dosages, they're really not going to perform and do much for you. So you might get a little bit of results, but you're not going to get great results, like life-changing results with that. Then we see the hyaluronic acid in there, which is super important, especially if you're going to call it for joint health because you need the lubrication in your joints. But here's the deal. They, again, cheaped out on it. There's only 10 milligrams of hyaluronic acid. We know that there needs to be at least 100 milligrams of hyaluronic acid for it to actually be effective. 10 milligrams isn't going to get you anywhere. So that was that. And then their third formula is advertised as, oh, that one, before I move on, this joint health one is 41 cents per gram of peptides. And it's not even that great of a formula because of the low dosage of active ingredients and because it's a multi-collagen. So again, very expensive for lack of great ingredients. Now, their one that they advertise for hair, skin, and nail support, I am going to give them a shout out for one ingredient that they do put in there. They have an ingredient in there, biotin. I talk about biotin a lot being an important ingredient with a collagen formula. There is actually a clinical dosage in there. So hooray, they have a clinical dosage of one ingredient, the biotin, but then they went and messed it up because they added a combination of collagens again. So that is not going to be as effective because it's not all hydrolyzed. It is the 5 grams, which for beauty results, 5 grams is typically what will be in there for beauty results, but it's not going to give you like deep-rooted support, cellular, all of the life-changing things that collagen could be. You're not going to get from this formula. But again, they're advertising it as hair, skin, and nails. So they're not trying to say that it's anything that it's not. That enzyme formula is in there again. And the other thing that there's other vitamins in it and stuff. However, the vitamins are synthetic. They're adding synthetic vitamins to it, so that's always disappointing. So there you go. There you go. You have it. There is some good ingredients in there, but again, super expensive for not having the best formula, but they do have a lot of biotin in there, so that's encouraging. Okay, so these 3 collagens come from a brand called Youngevity. And so in my personal opinion, they're not going to give you deep-rooted results. The formulations aren't there to have the right dosing for the big results. And because they use blends of collagen, they're degrading the ability for the collagen to produce those massive results because they're using the cheaper forms of collagen to tell you that they're complete collagens. Well, they're not. And they don't have the vitamin C in there in the amounts necessary for the body to form collagen in your body. So you're not going to get like those big results just because the formula is not there. There's no clinical dosing in there, and it's just not very bioavailable. So there you have it. This is for today. Tomorrow I'll be back with number 14. Stay tuned.